Okay, I wanted to redo my review on the Team UB ROM. UB stands for unofficial build for the Nexus 10. I do have a lot of apps on here, so this ROM does not come with all these apps. Just so you know, I tried to keep the apps to a minimum. This is one of those more feature-packed ROMs. This is the ROM that I run on this tablet all the time, and it's backed up on here. Whenever I test another ROM, I go back to this ROM usually all the time. This is my daily driver. I really like it. So let's get into the features of it. We'll scroll down and I'll let you see about device. It's 5.1.1 Android. It's the latest version. I keep this up to date as much as I can. As you can see, excuse me, my God. Now, the only changes I've made on it are here on the kernel. I am running Khaon's kernel. I just think that it really helps the performance of this tablet quite a bit. And I highly recommend that you run it. The ROM doesn't need it to run and to run well. But for some of the testing that I do, I really need that extra speed. And it does definitely help with battery life quite a bit. So I do recommend it. Developer options are pretty straightforward. You have all the standard things that come with it. You do have to enable your app, your root, whenever you start this. Let's see here. It comes with super user on. It does have a performance enhancement built into it. You can change processor settings, governor settings, although you are limited to the maximum frequency, which is 1600 megahertz. But with the Khaon's kernel, my God, that allows you to take that frequency level up quite a bit. You can't go higher than 1.9 megahertz, but it will run at 1.9 megahertz safely with the Khaon's kernel. Let's see. And as usual, the first thing you want to do when you start a Lollipop ROM is check the time and date, because this is usually set to 24-hour format. You want to turn that, if you are like me and want the AM PM, you want to turn that on. Let's see here. Here's all your standard settings, privacy apps, notification drawer, launcher, notification drawer. They give you a lot of choices to choose from. Right now I have 26 tiles configured, and I use all of them, and this is what I do not have configured. So that's what you get for your app, or for your drawer. Let's see. Okay, advanced settings. Here's where you'd want to go to set up your wake lock blockers, which I do not touch. You can, and there are reasons to do it, but you need to know what you're doing. I haven't found the need to get in there and change anything without using an app or something else to get around using the wake lock blockers. But it's there, and it makes it nice. Your screen animations. The only one I really like to use is the scrolling animation, and it is not in this ROM. That's one of the features I wish they would bring to this ROM, are the scrolling screen animations. It just makes the screen scroll very quickly if you're like going through a web page or going down a really long list. You have your lock screen settings, your heads up notification, which I always have turned off. It's just my preference. I don't like heads up notification. Then again, you have your gesture anywhere. Again, I don't use that. Your display settings, your LCD densities, and this is another one that you probably shouldn't touch unless you know what you're doing. I've seen a lot of people screw up their devices by playing around with that. And also, Google Services runs by checking that for some of the apps they have in the market. So if you mess with that setting, you may not get the apps that you're looking for. They use that, and they also use your settings in your system settings. Let's see here. Whatever display, clock widgets. Of course, your alarm. You can change colors on that. You can do a lot of things. Change it to bold. The fonts to bold. AM PM indicators. I like to change the colors. Again, it's just something I like. You may not like that. You may like just a standard vanilla looking AOSP ROM. Under the, I usually like to go with vClouds. I just like that look. Either that or monochrome, depends on what theme I'm trying to run. And then, of course, your calendar events. I don't use that. I use Google Calendar, and I don't like it shown anywhere but when I open up the calendar app. Circle bar widget, or circle bar app, which is a very good feature. I use it. I haven't set it up yet. I was testing another ROM on this tablet here, and just went back to this again. I have this backed up on my drive, and I always come back to this. But it's very nice because you can pick the apps that you want on it. And I'm just going to go down and pick some random apps just to give you an idea. And that'll be good. And then you'll say adjust your trigger width, trigger position, and if you notice that blue area over here, gives you this wheel with the apps on it that you picked. Okay, now let's see here. The nice thing I like about this is when you go into, let's see here. It's not displaying lights. Oh, and of course it has your battery light. Or your LCD light that comes on when you're charging your battery, and you can set it up to turn on when you have notifications too. Let's see here. They do have the dark UI, which you can turn on and run if you want. Like that. set it up to turn on when the conditions meet a certain criteria. But I'd rather not turn it on because I run themes. And when you run a dark UI and themes on certain themes, it'll really screw it up. So I don't run it. But it's very nice to have. Some people don't like to run themes, but they still like that dark UI, and it's there, so it's nice. Let's see here. I went over sounds. It's just your basic setup for your sounds. And security's the same as the other ROMs. It has audio FX on it. And I love this. That's one of the things I like about signed in mod ROMs or AOSP ROMs. I like that feature. You can choose between your launchers. No matter how many launchers that you load, you can put them on. One thing I don't like is they have updated Nova Launcher to the latest Nova Launcher, which is running like a material type theme. I don't like it. The settings have changed in it to the point where it is not as user friendly as the last version, 3.3. That's my favorite version. And everybody has their own preference, and you may like it. So but the first thing I do is I load an app that the new system apps. I take that off and then I load 3.3. That's just what I like. Status bar. This is where a lot of settings are at, and it's just amazing what they have for this ROM. And that's why I like it. Clock, I have it for center. You can pick the color. You can change it to whatever you want. Let's try some really funky color. Purple. There you go. It changed. Change the font style. You can go to light italic. And of course you have your AM, PM, date style, date format, your seconds on your clock, which I love because this is a tablet. I got plenty of room. I can run it. Then of course under battery, you've got your normal battery status, your stylus. You can go from your icon, landscape, portrait, circle, dotted circle, or text, or just hidden. Your percentage, I like the percentage next to the icon. I like to be able to see it. And then of course, battery bar option. This is one of the reasons I run this ROM and run it all the time and back up to it. I like a battery bar, and this has it in it. You can change the color of it, which is just awesome. Right now I'm on yellow. I don't know why, but I am. I'll go to more of a cayenne blue here. And then your battery bar thickness, you can go all the way up to 4 dpi, which I recommend because anything lower than that, it's, you might as well not be running it. It's just a really thin bar. I noticed on Cyanide's new ROM, the adjustments for that go all the way up to like 10. Excuse me. And you have your carrier label, your show empty sim, your brightness, all the settings that are normally found in it, right there for you. So that's it. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. That is Team UB for the Nexus 10. As usual, I will throw a theme on this to let you guys see that the theme engine does work, and it works very, very well. I'm going to pick a theme that a friend of mine makes and sells on the Play Store. And I think my favorite would be the purple. We're going to go with that. So I will do usual set stylus and status bar. And here we go. So home, that's how I do it. I go directly home. I also like to set up my icons differently. than the standard Google service icons. I just like them different. So I would go back into theme, go up to the theme chooser, go to icons. Although I have a buttload of icons from something other than themes, just download icon packs. They'll show up, I'm pretty sure, in here too. But what I'm looking for is one that really has a good look. Either a stealth. I'm gonna go stealth this time. So let's pick on stealth. Choose it. Hit apply. And then we go home again. Don't hit the back button. Just go home. And then what I want to do is I want to scroll over to my Nova settings. I want to go to look and feel. Make sure that my size is under 115, and it is. And then go to icon theme and pick system. And then I will just change it, and I will go back, to look and feel again. I do this twice. It just sets it right. And then go into system again. Home. And there you have it. Icons are set up. Oh, that's right. I haven't set this up yet. Skip. Back. I'm trying to think of an app I can show you. Oh, Play Store. Play Store is really, really nice. It's a very dark. I like the black background, but it's not to the point where you can't use it. Once the pictures load, go to just to show you it's not unusable. You go to settings. You see some themes. The settings are completely unreadable. His themes are set up perfectly. Okay. All right, that was the my overview or review of the ROM built by Team UB. That stands for Unofficial Build for the Nexus 10. Thank you.